How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today is January 1st, 2019. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, as you guys can see, party's still not over. Last night was fucking epic. If you missed it, too fucking bad. But we had an amazing freaking party, amazing time last night. It was awesome. All right. Well, today, as you guys can see, we're back. First day of the year, and we're gonna start trying a bit of a new format. Well, let me explain myself. Well, first of all, we're gonna be doing shorter videos, or I'm gonna be trying to do shorter videos. That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna be pumping out as much content as possible, but different kinds of content. If you guys know my channel, have been following me for a while, or probably got to my channel through another means that is not crypto, then you guys might see this as a welcome change. For everyone else out there, it's still gonna be awesome. So there's a bunch of, almost every channel has, kind of like a format, and then on top of having a format, they also do things like, tech review, or a top 5, top 10, or whatever. You already know that kind of stuff. But on my channel, I do different things. So, for example, I travel, so I do travel videos. I videotape where I travel to. Right now, I'm living here in Mexico. So I have like a little bit of a series which I'm going to start picking up again this year. A series in which I talk about, Mexico and just my living out here and all the experiences in which I encounter out here in Mexico. I also have cooking videos. I'm going to see if I can start doing some cooking videos out here. Why not? And so on and so forth. But I'm also going to start adding a few more kind of videos. First kind of video that I'm going to start adding to this repertoire is going to be story time. And guess what, guys? Today is story time. So I hope you guys are ready to embark on an imaginatory, I don't even know what I'm saying there. I hope you guys are ready to embark on an amazing and fun adventure. Because, that's about what we're about to do now, story time. All right. Now, why am I doing story time today, and how is story time relevant to all the stuff on this channel? Well, first of all, this channel is me, okay? If you guys are just new here, the channel is literally named Jose Arteaga. So, with that being said, the channel is me. So everything you're watching is a piece of my life. That's what this channel is about. I talk a lot, whether it's about finance and crypto and conspiracy theories and all this other stuff, but there's so many. I'm like an onion, like Shrek, right? I have many layers, and so this is one of the layers. So today we're going to be doing story time. Now, the reason I'm doing story time today is because, believe it or not, I was actually having a difficult time trying to figure out what I'm going to be talking about today. I know. Way to go. Way to start the year here, brother. You can't even figure out what the fuck to talk about. But when I was, going through things in my head, I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to do the story time thing. And so I was just thinking to myself, well, this is perfect fucking time because, with all the things that we're going through right now with the financial crash, correction, what have you, with everything that's happening in crypto, with everything that's just happening all around us, I feel that this would be a perfect time to bust out with a quick little story on what happened the last time we had a crash, the last time we had a correction. So let's all get in the Wayback Machine, all right, and go back in time to late 2007. In 2007, everything was going great until we got to like around October, and then things weren't so great. But then things were great again. We're on Thanksgiving. But then when we got to December, things weren't so great. And then once 2008 started, things really weren't great. And if you guys remember, all of 2008 was pretty fucking shitty. really bad. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you guys do. Maybe you heard about the 2008 crash. If you haven't, just Google it. I'm sure you'll find something. And it wasn't until spring of 2009, what am I saying? It wasn't until the spring of 2009 in which we started going up. And then once we started going up, it was, well, you know, we haven't stopped for fucking, how long has it been now? 10 years. We literally have been going straight up. Sure, little bumps here and there, literally straight up. I think we had a problem a few years back. Whatever, the point is that straight up. So now we're looking at what's happening right now. We're looking at what happened to the market in October 3rd of 2018. And guess what? We already know. From October 3rd, 2018 forward, it's been a fucking hell drop all the way down the hill. By the way, have you noticed I very rarely smoke weed before I do this anymore? I decided to do it today, just continuing the party from last night. No bueno. I gotta do that only when I'm editing. Anyways, so where was I? Forgot. No, yeah. So as soon as October 3rd happened, we just started falling. And sure, there's been a few moments in between, you know, October 3rd and now, in which we've seen bits of a few moves up here and there. But for the most part, it's been down. And if you guys remember, last month, all of December of 2018, it was the worst month on record. Period. End of story. And that's what happened. So, we are here at the beginning of 2019. Day 1 of 2019. We got 364 and a half days to go. And what are we going to be expecting? What will we be expecting for this year? Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be expecting.
Nothing to see here, please.
Look at the 2008 chart, and that's what's going to be happening in 2019. And we're probably not going to be seeing a recovery, if we see a recovery, but we'll always see a recovery until next year. So a year from today, we're still going to be going through this. And it probably won't be until summer of next year. Summer of 2020 or spring of 2020, and once we get to that point when we're going to start seeing the economy recover.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And again, it's perfect time for the elections. Perfect timing for the 2020 elections. So, what I'm gonna now, let's get to the story time. I know, right? All this time was supposed to be story time. I only got a few minutes left, so let's just get down to story time. I remember when we had the crash in 2008. I was just a regular human. I was just a regular citizen, like most people. Okay, especially back then, there was everyone was a regular citizen. There was no conspiracy. There was no. I mean, there was a few here and there, but tinfoil hats were not flying off the shelves like they are today. So all of a sudden, I remember I was when I first started as a chef or a cook. As a matter of fact, just a regular cook. I was getting paid right off the bat, $12 an hour back in 2002, 3, some shit like that. By the time we got to 2008. And I lost my job, lost my career, lost my business, lost every fucking thing that I had to my fucking name in 2008. And I was trying to get back into the workforce. The most I could have hoped for at that time was, again, $10 an hour to do the worst fucking job imaginable. All right? And I was already at that point where I was already a chef. I was getting paid. I already had my business. I already had so many fucking things. And then I had to go back and start making less than when I first started in the industry. And that was a big punch to the gut. And not just to me, but if anyone that's old enough to remember and been in places that were affected by this and so on and so forth, you guys remember that everything was going pretty fucking good until the 2008 crash. And then all of a sudden, things got bad and we never fucking recovered. Sure, there's a bunch of us out here, all right, that were able to ride the wave of the recession, and they were able to figure out a way to play the system or work the system or just earn money or what have you. And a lot of people are doing fine today that had the crash back in 2008. But a lot of these people, believe it or not, they're not watching this right now. A lot of people are just in their mind thinking that it's never going to happen again. In fact, that everything's going to be so great that whatever. But there's a bunch of people, in fact, a good majority of people, I want to say, never recovered. And another majority of people never, they were too young when the 2008 crash happened. And by the time they started becoming, adults, in the sense of like 19, 20, 21 and going into the workforce, they didn't know any better. Everything was, this is just the way it is. And sure, things are worse now than they were in 2009, 10, 11. But in a sense, this is all they know. In fact, most people are very disenfranchised and, they just became their own entrepreneur, ended up going to school for 20 years in a row, 8 years, whatever, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people, like myself, we've gone full circle. I was able to do really good eventually, several years ago. But then once some personal things happened to me and I had to go back to kind of ground level, I was like, holy shit. This is a million times worse than when everything happened in 2008, 9 or whatever, 2007, 8, 9. This is insane. This is fucking nuts. And thinking to myself, oh my God, how many people have never recovered from this? Oh my God, how many people have only been living through this? And it really started hitting me. Because I was one of the people that actually, I suffered really bad in 2008, but I was able to make a recovery, but then bam, I fell down again. And wow. What a eye-opener the whole fucking thing was and has been. And so, let me just bring this full circle and end this, okay? Because I'm really trying to make this short, okay? Let's see if I can start off the year right. I'm telling you right now, guys, what's gonna be happening, all I'm really trying to say, I know this is ended up being a really shitty story time, but the point is, what to start, but the point is that brace yourselves, motherfuckers. It's going to be a rough year. If at least you know what's coming, and at least you prepared, or whether it's mentally or physically with things, or have already gone through this, which is preparedness in itself. Just going through it, you'll be all right. But guys, it's not going to be good, and I really have a sinking feeling that things are only going to get worse and worse and worse. And all we can do right now, okay, all we can really do in 2019 is that not repeat the mistakes of the last time we went through this shit, and that we should start figuring out ways, okay. And again, this is going to happen one way or another, either by you deciding to do this, or it's deciding it for you. But the point what I'm trying to say is that we need a major revolution, a major change, okay? And the people in power are not going to bring it to us. They're just not. And it's only going to get worse after the 2020 situation, because after the 2020, what have you, they're just going to put another Band-Aid on it. It's not going to get any better. They're just going to continue with business as usual.
Oh, fellow members of the Roman Senate, hear me. Shall we continue to build palace after palace for the rich? Or shall we aspire to a more noble purpose and build decent housing for the poor? How does the Senate vote? Fuck the poor! Good.
You know this. We all know this. So this is why we need to educate ourselves and spend as much time as humanly possible in 2019 to educate ourselves, to get ourselves ready, to learn what we need to do, and so on and so forth, in order to not just survive, but thrive. All right, that's the major key here, guys. And we can thrive, because a lot of us have been waiting for this moment. The thing is that we were expecting this to happen at the end of last year, at the end of 2017 when we were all with our pockets full. But the reality is that when these things happen is when we have our pockets empty. And why do we have our pockets empty? Because they emptied it for us. All right? They literally shook us out, right? There's a few of us hanging around, you know, with bags, but for the most part, nobody has anything. And it's only going to get worse. So we have the solution. This is something that I heard last night before I started the live stream, and I was watching the X22 report. I didn't really get to listen to it much because sometimes I just read the description of the video, because he actually, everything he talks about, he writes it, so sometimes it's faster for me to just read it. And he was literally saying that Obama is building a wall around his compound, his house, his property. John Kerry and others are doing the same thing. They're building walls around their property. What does that tell you? I really do think that, you know, that's why I said that either we prepare for this revolution or the revolution is going to get you. I think everyone is in full. We all are in full. We all know that this revolution is here and it's coming, and whether we're going to be participating in it no matter what, whether we like it or not. And when we're looking at the things that are happening in France, in which they have been rioting for around 2 months straight now, and all the civil unrest that's happening throughout Europe and other parts, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And you already know that shit, and when the shit hits the fan here, the same thing is probably going to happen here. Because most of you guys in the US right now are barely paycheck to paycheck. So if all of a sudden you don't have enough to eat, even though you and your wife are working 2 jobs each, listen, you're not going to have a choice but to go to the street. And that's where a lot of these people are in France and all over the world right now. And that's where most people, I think, in the US are going to be. And no matter what they try to do to fix it, it's unfixable. We're already past unfixable now. All right? And things are going to be all right as long as we stand up for our rights and make sure that our voice is heard. All right? And we know that we haven't been heard for a very long time. But yet, the people in power, they're getting ready because they know we're about to start screaming, like for reals. And shit's about to go down. So I don't want to start the whole year off in a somber mood, because that's not how I roll. In fact, you know me, I'm very optimistic, and I'm all about the motivation. I'm all about pumping all you motherfuckers up and getting us ready. And again, this is no way to start 2019, right? But the thing is that I'm just being serious, guys. I'm being as inspirational, motivational as I can. I'm just not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm literally telling you, listen, motherfuckers, shit's about to go down. We're about to start, and we're about to play in the Super Bowl. All right? When we're already here, when the coach is talking to his players at Super Bowl, he's not giving him the whole cheery 1, 2, 1, 3. No, it's a different kind of speech. We all know why we're here. We all know what we need to do. We all know it's going to be the most difficult fucking thing that we're probably going to go through.
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes till the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Hell yeah.
They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. Right? That's a team, gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
But we all know we can come out, all right? And we can come out the winner on the other end. But we got to just fucking go through it, all right? So guys, I suggest you lace up, put on your fucking pads, all right? Get your, start dusting out your panties, doing whatever the fuck it is you got to do. And get ready, guys, all right? Because 2019 is going to fucking be lit as fuck. If you guys think that 2018 was crazy, guys, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you right now. And again, guys, I'm fucking excited. For reals. I'm beyond excited. I'm ecstatic, all right, for what's to come. And I encourage you guys to be doing the same thing, because for reals, guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And there's no reason not to come out a winner here, all right? Not just as an individual, but as a population, all right? And I'm not just talking to the people in the U.S. I'm talking about everyone. I think almost every country is going through their own fucking shit, like for reals. And this is really the time, all right? You already know the paradigm shift is here. You already know the change is here. You already know what's up, all right? So that's it, guys. I think that's really it, all right? I know today went pretty fucking long, but you know what? Whatever, all right? Who gives a fuck? It was an important message I needed to get out. And I hope you guys enjoyed story time today. I know it wasn't much of a story time. I actually had something else in mind for story time. But fuck it, you know what I mean? Story time. It's my story. And I'm telling you my fucking story, all right? Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to join the Discord. Don't forget to see us and check us out on Twitch. Don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. And don't forget to have the best fucking 2019 you're ever gonna fucking have. We're only gonna have one 2019. Don't forget to have the best 2019, period. You know what? Just kick ass in 2019. All right? Let's leave it there. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share. And tomorrow, I'm gonna see you motherfucking turkeys bright and early, because I ain't got no upload, but I got a fucking live show on YouTube at 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right, guys? So, see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy the first day of the year, and I really hope that this little talk is a little bit more of a pep talk, a little bit of a wake-up call, and just understand what's going to happen and where we're going, and there's no reason to be afraid. We're going to fucking kill it. All right? I got all the faith in you guys. For reals, we got this. If they're building walls, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Peace out. See you guys mañana. All right?
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Mendel Rivers to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lifes of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he had been saving for just the right occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so goddamn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally screwed Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry-armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, or Engelbert Humperdinck. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.